Depending on where you live, you might be starting to see the light at the end of the vaccine for this global pandemic we're all experiencing together alone. You might be tantalizingly close to the finish line. However, you might also be very, very frustrated because it might be feeling like, depending on where you're living, 2 steps forward, 6 steps back. 1 step forward, 3 steps back. 5 steps forward, 2.5 steps back. Like you're doing the COVID dance. And this is the point in projects. And maybe you've experienced this at work, working on a huge long-term project or a major change initiative where it feels the same, where you're just so frustrated because you can see the end, but it just keeps getting a little further away. And it gets demoralizing and you get frustrated and you're starting to lose patience. In fact, research shows that it is exactly at this point that a lot of people tend to experience the most amount of stress during a major project or a major change initiative at work. So I've got 5 thoughts for you on how to rally the troops, how to keep everyone going right at this critical juncture. Number 1, think about the language, the self-talk you are using with yourself and the language you, of course, are using to communicate with the rest of your teammates. Research shows that people who ask themselves the question, can I make it to the finish line, are far more likely to answer a resounding yes, as opposed to people who ask the question, can I keep going on? So think about the language you are using. Think about the power of the words you choose to use to communicate with people as you get close to any finish line. Number 2, don't sugarcoat things. Don't pretend the end is going to come sooner than it actually is. You probably have already experienced setbacks along the way, so talk about those setbacks and the lessons that you and your team have learned as you've overcome those setbacks, and communicate the simple message that, hey, you know what? There's probably going to be a few more roadblocks, a few more obstacles, certainly some more unknowns in our path as we get towards the finish line. Number 3, hold a we're almost there party, a light at the end of the tunnel party, a we're darn close to the summit party. I don't know, you come up with a creative fun name. I can't do all the work for you, but come up with a fun rallying party to re-energize folks right at the time when they may be needing it the most. Number 4, make sure you take the time to remind people of just how far you've come. Because we tend to forget. We focus on how much there still is to do in this project with this change. We still have all this work to do. So remind people intentionally about all of the milestones, all of the steps you have taken to get you this far. Show people, talk about the stories, celebrate the fact that you have come this far, and focus on the gains, not just what is left to still achieve. And number 5, now it is especially important at this juncture in a project, at this juncture in the pandemic, at this juncture when you're dealing with a huge change at work, to triple, nay, quadruple down on a sense of purpose, to remind people relentlessly of why you're doing this, why this matters, what is the prize at the end of the tunnel besides the light at the end of the tunnel. Why are you doing this? Remind people of what it's going to be like on the other side once your project is finished. Focus relentlessly on a sense of purpose, why you're doing this. Rally everyone around the why. And what about you? What do you do when spirits start to flag as you get tantalizingly close to a finish line? I would love to hear what works for you. Please leave a comment in the comment box below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my Inspiring Workplaces channel, I would invite you to do so. Please join our growing community as we continue to talk about workplaces that rock.